gooey ballyhooly Hollywood, where any office boy or young man.
Hello, Hollywood. Welcome to today's Walk of Fame ceremony. I would also like to give a shout out to our fans watching our live video stream presented by our media partner, Variety. I'm Rana Godban, President and CEO of the Hollywood Chamber of Commerce, which is presenting this program. For today's Walk of Fame ceremony, we are honoring a man who's one of the most well-known and trusted mental professionals in the world. A man who helps people from all walks of life. Today, Hollywood honors Dr. Phil McGraw with the 2,688th star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. But before we invite him up to the stage, let me tell you about our honoree. Dr. Phil McGraw is the host of TV's #1 daytime talk show, Dr. Phil, and I'm sure you all know that. Now, in its 18th season, this trailblazing and award-winning show continues to provide the most comprehensive forum on mental health issues in television. Since its inception, the show has provided more than $35 million in aftercare services for its guests. That's impressive. Thank you. Dr. Phil recently signed a multi-year deal with CBS Television Distribution to continue his eponymous show through 2023. Dr. Phil earned a doctoral degree in clinical psychology from the University of North Texas, followed by a postdoctoral fellowship in forensic psychology from the Wilmington Institute. His work at Courtroom Sciences, Inc., a groundbreaking trial science firm which he founded, inspired the hit CBS series Bull, where Dr. Phil serves as co-creator, executive producer, and writer. And now in its 14th season, the show is one of the top-rated dramas at CBS. In addition, Dr. Phil won an Emmy Award as executive producer of the hit talk show The Doctors, which is currently in its 12th season. He's also the author of 9 #1 New York Times bestsellers published in 39 languages with more than 33 million copies in print. That's 33 million lives, people who've actually read these books. Dr. Phil and his wife, Robin, run their own charity organization called When Georgia Smiled, the Robin McGraw Revelation and Dr. Phil Foundation, which works to provide safe and joy-filled lives free of domestic violence and sexual assault. So ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming to the stage Dr. Phil McGraw. But before we hear from our honoree today, we have 2 guest speakers who'd like to say a few words about Dr. Phil. Our first speaker is a country music singer, songwriter, and record executive. He released his self-titled debut album for Arista Nashville in 2011, reaching the top 10 with the leads-off single, Bleed Red. Since then, he has released 3 more solo albums, Peace, Love, and Country Music, Tattooed Heart, and most recently, Redone. Last year, he was inducted in the Country Music Hall of Fame. Please welcome to the stage Walk of Famer Ronnie Dunn.
I do.
All right.
I'm watching you like a hawk.
No, he said, I'm watching you like a hawk. I'm going to make this short and really unpleasant. So in 2008, I had the privilege of standing not far from here, I think 1.3 miles down the street here, and receiving our Brooks and Dunn star for the Hollywood Walk of Fame. And for some reason that year, we had the bright idea that we thought we would hook up with a legendary rock band to go out and do a country music tour. So it ended up being ZZ Top. The night before the ceremony, we played San Bernardino, and after we walked up, Billy Gibbons says, how about we do a few celebratory shots of tequila? So we did, one. He said, how about we do another one? And we did two. The rest of it's kind of a blur. The next thing I know, we wake up with all the buses down here, we're situated. We step off, and Hollywood was leaning about 45 degrees to the left. To top it off, the guest surprise presenter was Dr. Phil with his lovely wife, Robin. I can remember taking a picture and all of us lining up, and Robin was to my left, and we're standing there, and I kept feeling Robin doing this. Finally, I said, I don't know, I think Robin's like upset or she doesn't want to be here or something. And then my publicist goes, no, you smell like hell, you smell like tequila. Anyway, so I got my free counseling lesson from Dr. Phil. That'll sober you up, by the way. Yeah. Second of all, I was a psychology major. We have a lot in common. I was a psychology major in in West Texas, very conservative place, but I didn't finish. And secondly, I applied to North Texas Music School, but I didn't get in. He did. So there's that. Seriously, I'm proud of all, and I know you are too, of the Hollywood hoopla and the honor that's involved with accepting this star and this scenario. But those are Dr. Phil accomplishments. I'm more proud to say that I'm a friend of Phil McGraw's. I know him from the backside. Very excited to be here. Congratulations, young man. Good enough? 2 minutes.
Before we introduce our next speaker, we have a few celebrities that are also here in the audience today supporting Dr. Phil. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give a round of applause for Walk of Famer and film star Kathy Bates. Cheryl Underwood. Dr. Travis Stork and Dr. Drew Orden of the Doctors. I'd also like to give a shout out to the chairperson of the board of the Hollywood Chamber of Commerce, president and founder of the Hollywood Museum, and vice chair of the California Film Commission, Donnell Dadigan. And also acknowledge the immediate past chair of the chamber and the current chair of the Chamber Community Foundation, Jeff Zernim. Our next speaker now is an established actor, director, screenwriter, producer, playwright, and author. He started his career writing plays, many of which later became the inspiration for his film projects. His films include Medea's Family Reunion, Why Did I Get Married?, Meet the Browns, and many, many others. Please welcome to the stage Walk of Famer Tyler Perry.
Hello, everybody. I got my notes here on my phone, so just let me get them for a minute. They told me I only have 2 minutes, so I promise to be brief no matter how long it takes. Got me following Ronnie Dunn. Are you kidding me? My Maria. I love it. I love it. I love it. You know, when I think about a star, I think about positive light, something that is a compass to help people find their way. And that is what Dr. Phil has been to so many of us for many, many years. He has taken this incredible gift of psychology and his learning of human nature and the study of people and used it to help so many of us along the way. Not just the people in the audience, not just the people that we see from day to day, but millions and millions of people around the world using common sense things that we don't even think about to help us understand who we are. He's been very successful at helping a lot of people get better and heal, which I think is all speaks greatly to his character. But there was one he could not help, and I remember him coming down to Atlanta to try, and I called him up, asked him to come help me with this older lady who was really troubled. She drinks and smokes and was a former stripper, and just he was really trying to help her, but he left pretty disappointed that he couldn't, and that was Medea. He
Can't help her, baby. Can't help her at all. But he tried. He tried.
I was so honored that he did the movie with me, but just watching him, I knew he could have a whole nother career. You know, if he didn't want to do this, he could definitely be a comedian. He is a brilliant, brilliant man, and it is my hope that everybody understands the impact that this man has had on all of us. On all of us. I wrote down a couple of his quotes. We teach people how to treat us. Powerful. Your behavior teaches people how to treat you. Out of all these best-selling books, I mean, these are amazing. Like this one, sometimes you make the right decision. Sometimes you make the decision right. Think about that. You're only lonely if you're not there for you. I mean, these kind of wisdoms are the seeds of life for so many people. They've been the seeds of life for me. So I just want to thank you, Dr. Phil, for your wisdom. Thank you for sharing it with all of us. Thank you for the Dr. Phil show. Thank you for what you did for Oprah back during the cattle industry and all these years after that. She really appreciates it. I appreciate you being there for her. And I just want to say that from the bottom of my heart, I'm so excited that you will be immortalized here forever, so people will look down and remember what you have done for all of us. So God bless you, sir. Thank you. From my heart, thank you. And your beautiful family there, thank you.
Pretty tall. Just that. The Hollywood Chamber of Commerce administers the Walk of Fame on behalf of the city of Los Angeles. And now, on behalf of our Los Angeles City Council member, Mitchell Farrell, the city has provided a beautiful resolution that I would like to present to you, Dr. Phil. Exciting. I'll put it here for you and then we'll get it later. And that is exciting. On behalf of the Hollywood Chamber of Commerce, I'm proud to now declare today Dr. Phil McGraw Day in Hollywood. It is now the time that you all have been waiting for. It's time to hear from our honoree. So ladies and gentlemen, may I present to you our newest Walk of Famer, Dr. Phil McGraw.
Well, thank you so much, and I echo all of the gratitude and thanks to the Chamber and the Walk of Fame. And I'd really like to thank Steve Locascio and Joe Ionella, who are my sponsors, and certainly Ronnie Dunn. You know, Ronnie, he's really an interesting guy. He looks very innocent as you look at him, but I can tell you he's not. I remember one night, I really do know Ronnie very well. Remember one night he spent until 3 o'clock in the morning conning my wife into thinking that he had forgotten the words to Neon Moon right before he had to go on stage at an after party at 3 a.m. He actually had her believing he couldn't remember the words to that song. And I watched this. I took great delight in it. And Tyler, I've known Tyler a long time, and he still came. And he's right. We did a movie together once. Once. What the hell? One time, I never got another call back. I don't get it. But it's true friends that go to the trouble to come and do this, because these guys didn't walk across the street. They had to come from Atlanta and Nashville to do this. I know how busy you are, and so I really do thank you both. And I'm sure you both had to hold bake sales to raise the money to get here, so I know that was a sacrifice for both of you, so I appreciate that. I also want to give a shout out to David Foster, one of my dearest friends that was going to be here today, and unfortunately he's a little under the weather, so he's watching this from bed. So David, we love you, man. And now it's my turn. And look, today is a really special day for me. I'm just happier than a rabbit in a carrot patch, I just have to say. And when I think about this and I look down at this star, I've never known anybody that was a true success that was a solo. And I look at that star and it's got 5 points to it, and I really think about wanting to break those points off and share them with everybody that's been so critical to my success. And the first one I would break off, I would give to my wife, Robin. You know, she's believed in me for 46 years we've been together. She was like that big when we first started dating. Well, she's that big now, but she was that big when we first started dating. We've done over 3,100 shows, and she's been there for every single one of them. And she is not just an observer. She is such a vital part of that show. She's always had my back. People ask me all the time, Dr. Phil, who do you go to? Who do you go to for counsel? Well, that's who I go to for counsel. She's always got my back. She always tells me there is no award for the busiest person in the world, so stop trying to win it. And I certainly agree. I would break off the second point and I would give it to Miss Oprah. No doubt about it. That's just another woman in my life that's been launching and mentoring me and moving me forward. You cannot understand the power of the O factor. There would be no Dr. Phil without Oprah, so blame her if you're going to blame somebody. You know, she and a very dear friend of mine, Greg Mydell, stand up, Greg. We got together along with my oldest son, Jay. Jay, stand up, let everybody see you. When we decided to put this show together and started working on it, and the four of us just got together and started kind of shaping up the concept. Jay's very young but very wise beyond his years, and Greg and I have been working together for now, I guess, 19 years. And I have to tell you, every time I talk to him about business, I learn something every day. So Greg, thank you so much. And I'd break the third star off and I would give it to Carla Pennington. And the entire staff at the Dr. Phil Show, which she leads as the executive producer, the only one I've ever had, because I have absolutely the best team in television. And Carla's led that team, and they've stayed together. We've been together ever since the very, very beginning. And so I thank all of those. You know, the fourth point I would break off and give to CBS and Paramount and King World back in the day with Roger King leading it. 18 years we've been together. 18 years, if you can imagine. The fifth point I would hang on to, because I'm proud to say my job's not for everybody. If you have a need to be loved by strangers, you don't want to do my job. Life is complex. It's chess, not checkers, and it's not easy, but we all have so much in common when you think about it. All of us here have so much in common. We all have parents, right? And some of them cheer us on in our lives. In my case, my mother did. My father, not so much. I'm not crying. It's just life, you know. What can I tell you? We all have people that wish us well, want us to succeed, and others that just make up reasons to just want to have a bone to pick with us. So, Dad, if you're listening, naysayers along the way, I just want to tell you a story. I made it. End of story. To the other 999.99999% of the world, I say, ain't life just grand? I mean, isn't it just grand? You know, I have two sons, Jay and Jordan. They're both in business and entertainment. Jordan is not here today, I'm sorry to say, but he's watching right now. So, hey, Jordan. He's in Paris. He's on tour opening for the Jonas Brothers, and they're on the European leg right now, so he's watching from Paris. So I say, hey. You know, I often remind both of them that we are so blessed to live such wonderful lives. And it's lots of hard work, it truly is. But really, it is pretty damn glamorous and exciting, I have to say. And I always say to them, stop, take a breath, look around, soak it up. Don't miss the journey. Jay tells me sometimes, Dad, wow, it's truly like we wake up in a movie every day. And I say, don't miss it. Star in your own life and drink it in. Success is a succession of moments. It's not a destination. It's not a moment. And believe you me, this is one of those moments today. And I am taking my own advice and I am drinking it in. And God bless all of you for honoring me and taking the time out of your lives to be here. This really means a lot to me. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thank you so much, Dr. Phil. It is now time to unveil the stars, so please join us, celebrate with us by cheering, and let's hear it one more time for our newest Walk of Famer, Dr. Phil McGraw. We proudly welcome the Hollywood Walk of Fame, Dr. Phil McGraw.
Single. Stand on the star. There you go. Congratulations. Oh yeah. Dr. Phillips, hot. There you go. Robin. I think he deserves a tip. And on the right. Hey! On the right, Robin, please. Good set, Bill. What's the good set, Bill? Back to your right. One more kiss, Robin. Okay, guys. Okay.
crank up, Dave. Guys, I gotta jump